Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a book haul. So I have 20 books here I want to share with you guys. Quite a few of these I've actually already read, some I've even reviewed. Some reviews are coming up fairly shortly. So yeah, I'm just going to go quickly through these books, give you a quick idea what they are. The first book I have here is And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. As you can see, I got the mini-series cover edition of this. By the way, I highly recommend checking out the mini-series, you guys. It was so awesome. It's what inspired me to finally pick up this book. But yeah, this is a murder mystery book, obviously, since it's Agatha Christie. It's about these 10 strangers who come to this island for mysterious circumstances, and one by one, they start dying. Next, I have Eye of the Red Tsar by Sam Eastland, and this is historical fiction taking place in Russia in 1918, it sounds like, and it follows this detective, I think it is, and his mission: catch the assassins who slaughtered the Romanovs, locate the royal child rumored to be alive, and give Stalin the international coup he craves. So yeah, this definitely sounds right up my alley. Definitely cannot wait to get to this, guys. Next, I have Brooklyn by Compendium. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, you guys. I think it's an Irish name, because this is a book about an Irish girl. I saw the movie adaptation of Brooklyn a couple months ago. I fell in love with it. Oh my god, you guys, I cannot express to you how much I loved Brooklyn. And yeah, it's about this young woman named Eilish, and it's sometime after World War II, and she decides to move to America to get a change in her life and, you know, improve her own station. But the whole time she's torn between going back home to Ireland, but also staying in her new home in America. And it's all sorts of great and beautiful, you guys. Next, I have Sisters of Heart and Snow by Margaret Dillaway. I actually won this book on Goodreads, so thank you very much, Goodreads. This follows two sisters who are living completely different lives. We have Rachel, who is happily married, but then we have Drew, who has followed her passion for music. But they come back together when their Japanese mother is diagnosed with dementia. So the two sisters are coming together to locate a particular book that their mother is asking for. And some book, and it's about an epic saga of love, loss, and conflict in 12th century Japan. So I'm wondering if this is a dual narrative book, like some of the book will take place in the present, but some of the book will take place in, like, ancient China, perhaps? I'm not quite sure until I actually physically read this. But oh man, this definitely sounds so beautiful and so good. Next, I have America's First Daughter by Stephanie Dray and Laura Kamoe. This is a ARC copy that I won on Goodreads. And this is historical fiction taking place during the American Revolution. After the American Revolution, actually. It follows Thomas Jefferson's eldest daughter, Martha Jefferson, and her life going to France with her father and navigating the political atmosphere of Paris, and then, yeah, moving back to America. I have already read this book. It was so good, absolutely stunning, probably going to be one of my favorite books this year, so I highly recommend it. Stay tuned for a review for this in the future. Next, I have Sweet Madness by Trisha Lever and Lindsay Curry, and this is about Lizzie Borden, the infamous American murderer who killed her parents back in 1892. What's with the obsession with Lizzie Borden recently? I feel like there's so many books about Lizzie Borden that have appeared in the last couple years. It's like everyone's developed a fascination with her out of nowhere. But yeah, I also won this on Goodreads too. And then another book that I won on Goodreads, you guys. I got CC Empress on Her Own by Alison Pataki. And this is actually like a second book, because I think there's just two books, and this is book 2, which I did not know. Either way, though, when I read this book, I was able to read it just fine without having read the first book, interesting enough, because this second book focuses on Empress CC, the second half of her life, where I'm guessing the first book focused on her her early childhood. But yeah, this is about Empress Stacie, who was married to Emperor Franz Joseph, taking place in Austria-Hungary. And Empress Stacie, or Elizabeth, she was considered the Princess Diana of her day. Like I said, I have already read this book, so stay tuned for a review in the future. Man, love this book, you guys. I can't wait to share it with you. Next, I have An Old Betrayal by Charles Finch, and once again, another book I won on Goodreads. I think I practically won a good portion of the books in my book haul on Goodreads, you guys. It's not even funny. I have great luck. I'm not gonna lie. I have great luck when it comes to winning books on Goodreads. That's great, though. But yeah, this, I'm not sure. This is part of a series of books. There's actually a ton of them, but it's a mystery thriller, and with mystery thrillers, you can usually just pick up anywhere in the series and you won't be confused because they can stand alone. But yeah, this... It follows a detective named Charles Lennox, taking place in London in 1875. Like I said, some sort of murder is going on. Not quite sure of the specifics, but either way, sounds really good. Can't wait to get to it. And another book that I won on Goodreads, you guys, Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. I'm actually currently reading this, as you can see with the bookmark. Currently reading this. About a young woman who's kind of cross-dressing as a man to kind of get by in life, so she can go do things that other people do, but she can't just because she's a woman. And yeah, I'm not very far into the book just yet, so I'm not quite sure entirely what it's about. But yeah, just following this young girl. And it has a very Middle Eastern vibe to it. A fantasy realm, but inspired by the Middle East, it sounds like. I got another Agatha Christie book here, and it's Murder in Mesopotamia, and this is a Poirot mystery. Don't really know what this one's about either, but it's Agatha Christie, who cares? Definitely can't wait to get to this. Next, I have The Fortune Hunter by Daisy Goodwin, and I had just finished reading Stacie, Empress on Her Own, and then I was looking for more books about Empress Elizabeth, because I just developed a really quick fascination with that time in history, because I've not read enough of that. And I found this book, and it's basically the same thing, the same time period, but not focused on the Empress Elizabeth, though. I think she is definitely in here, but it's focused on another woman, this woman named Charlotte Baird, who was like also in love with the same man Stacie was in love with as well. So yeah, I definitely can't wait to get to this, since I've gotten a new obsession with the Empress Elizabeth recently. Next, I got Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, book 1 in the Dark Artifices series, which takes place in the Shadowhunter world. I also read and completed this big beast of a book. It was really good. Stay tuned for a review of this in the future. Next, I have This Dark Endeavor by Kenneth Opel, and this is described as being a prequel to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, following a 16-year-old Victor Frankenstein, so that sounds really awesome. The concept of a young Frankenstein is what intrigued me the most to pick this up. Next, I have Chicana by W.E. Lawrence, and I was actually contacted by the author by email to review this book, and I have completed this book, so stay tuned for a review in the future. And this is a historical fiction book taking place during World War II, follows this American policewoman, and she meets with this British, like a British intelligence guy, and the two of them are hunting down this missing treasure in a Peruvian temple. So yeah, the book, it's historical fiction meets Indiana Jones and whatnot. Next, I have Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor, book 2 in the Daughter of Smoke and Bones series. I'm gonna have to reread Daughter of Smoke and Bone, because I can't remember what happened in that book too well. So yeah, I definitely need to reread that before getting into this second book, but I'm gonna wait until I get the third book. But I did definitely love Daughter of Smoke and Bone. It was really good and unique and original. So can't wait to get to this. Next, I have The Magicians and the Magician King by Lev Grossman. I recently fell in love with The Magicians TV show, and prior to the TV show coming out, I had heard a lot of booktubers very mixed feelings about the Magicians trilogy. You either love it or you hate it. So I wanted to watch the show to form an opinion before picking up the books, and I loved the show. So I finally decided to get the first 2 books. I'm going to wait to read them until I get the 3rd book. But yeah, The Magicians, it follows this group of young people, like in their 20s, I think. They're basically going to like a college of magic. And that's as much as I can kind of tell you. A lot of people compare this to Harry Potter, saying this is the adult equivalent of Harry Potter. Next, I have this little picture book called Skelanimals by somebody. I don't even see an author name on here. Anyway, my sister, she actually purchased this. She got it for like $3 on some random site she goes to. And do you guys know what the Skelanimals are? Skelanimals used to be a popular thing several years ago, and it's basically these animals and they're dead. See how you can see their skeletons? Like that creature in front, I think it's a cat, but you can see the skeleton. Yeah, something very morbid, but it was really popular several years back, and me and my sister loved the plushies. And yeah, my sister just got this book. She thought it was cute, and it looks really cute inside. The artwork's really adorable. It's just very short, not very long at all. But yeah, I want to get to this sometime. Next, I have Diva and Flee by Mo Williams and Tony Diterizzi. Some very complicated names there, you guys. But yeah, this is also a picture book. A very beautiful artwork in here. Just judging from the cover, look how beautiful the cover is. Just about this pampered dog and this stray cat and their time in Paris, maybe? Are they in Paris? I can't remember if they're in Paris or something. Yeah, Paris. Yeah, it looks super adorable. And then the next thing here that I haven't hauled yet is The Walking Dead Compendium number 3, containing issues 97 through 144. I already have a review of this up if you would like to go check it out. So yeah, it's The Walking Dead. I think everybody knows what The Walking Dead is about. Zombies. So yeah, you guys, that was it for this book haul. In the comments below, have you guys read any of these books? Do you want to read any of them? Just let me know your thoughts down below. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.